Now I want to tell you about a day I shall never forget. It was a Wednesday, 24th of March 1943. Lovely sunny day, and I was at school. We were just going to have a maths lesson when the warning went that there were enemy planes coming over. We hadn't time to get into a shelter, so we all got under our desks and we sat there, heard bombs dropping and guns firing. But it didn't last long. And after about 10 minutes, they'd all gone, everything had gone. We got back up. We had to carry on with our maths lesson, which I didn't enjoy. But just a bit later, the headmaster came into this classroom and he called out my name. I stood up and he said, "I'm sorry, I have to tell you your house has been bombed." Oh, I was worried. I said, "What about my mother? Is she all right?" He said, "I'm sorry, I don't know." So I just had to carry on with the maths lesson until lunchtime, when I was called to the school gates and my father was there. I said, "Is Mum all right?" He said, "Yes, she's okay." And then I had to go back to school. So 4 o'clock, I think it was about 4 o'clock when we stopped, I ran all the way home, and my little brother and sister, who didn't know anything about this, had not been told, they were standing at the end of our road. My sister was crying, a policeman was there and he wouldn't let us go up the road. But then a kind lady said, "Don't worry, your mother is at what they call a rest centre at another school." They took them there for a cup of tea. And we heard what happened to her. She'd been upstairs making the beds when the man came to the door to collect some money for the coal. So she went down to pay him and he said, "Quick," and pushed her into the air raid, and he was blown into the air raid shelter behind her. And so they were lucky, they were saved. And our old dog was under the couch. She was still alive. So we were lucky there, because if the coalman hadn't come to the door, my mother would have been upstairs. She might have been killed. What would have happened to us, I wonder? So it all worked out. We were lucky in the end. But I didn't want to go through it again.